This Meditainment production is brought to you today by the Samurai Aquatics and Decor Metaventure. Scan that QR code or click that link in the description and dive yourself headfirst into the Samurai Aquatics Discord server to pleasure your peepers on our current and future range of outdoor decor.
The Whine and Cheese show is a Metaverse and NFT discussion and interview series brought to you by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and host BEN68 and Morecheese. Warning: the information and opinions within are solely the views of the individuals involved and contains content not suitable for anyone.
Hi, and thanks for listening to or watching the Whine and Cheese in the Metaverse show. I'm Bleurain from Zarina's Guides, co-hosting with Morecheese for episode 77 for their worst show ever. Can we record that before? Should I be happier? Sorry. Oh, do we have to do it over? I started talking. Start over.
We're keeping this. We're keeping this. This is amazing. Today, Bleurain, aka Zarina Guides, joined me to talk about some Upland-ish and go over some articles. She also poured us a hot, steamy cup of Bleurain. Oh, we don't edit Bleurain. So get yourself ready for another good, bad, and the ugly episode of Together, the worst show ever. I love it. This was amazing.
Whine and cheese. Time for wine and cheese. Wine and cheese. Time for wine and cheese. Cheese. One is a wanker, one's slinging stumps. One's from Australia, one's from the Bronx. Talking about the Metaverse and NFTs. Interviewing all the real crypto G's.
Hello and welcome to the Whine and Cheese in the Metaverses show. This is episode 77. I have Bleurain with me. Together we make blue cheese. She came up with that. I'm totally stealing it. Thank you for coming on here. Ben is in Japan. Oi, mates, I can't be there today. I don't know how to do Australian.
Where's the accent?
I know, I can't do it. I'm working on it. Shrimp on the Barbie. So
about that. I can't do it.
Oh wait, let me hear.
No, I'll do it later.
But we'll have to practice it. We'll have to have something before Ben comes back.
Yeah.
But yeah, how are you doing? How's everything?
Everything's good. So I'm happy it's Friday, ready for the weekend. Looking forward to finish. This has been a work week for me for the Blender building master builder contest. Ooh. So they gave us like a week to work, but it's real like I feel like I've done most of my work over the last 2 days.
So wait, you're participating in this. You're learning Blender and you're going to participate in this.
That's the plan. Yeah.
Wow, that's freaking awesome. Good for you. Like I tried to learn Blender. I made the donut. It looks like a zombie donut. Ben said he would still eat it, which he was just trying to be nice. I got to get into it again, but I have no time. Like, good on you though. Like people, you're going to be in high demand once you get that down pat. No,
if
seriously.
I can get my voting accepted, it'd be so great.
No, yeah.
Submission process. Yeah, that's hopefully the plan. I'm gonna try actually for each of the phases or the different buildings, just because I feel like the practice is good to get. So regardless of whether or not I get there, it will be a good practice until I do.
And you're putting your name out there too, which is amazing.
I'm doing it. So.
Speaking of Upland, let's get into the Upland-ish. Good, bad, ugly. We'll start with the bad and the ugly.
The bad and the ugly.
Bad and the ugly. Let's just get it out of the way. We have to. Like our fans depend on us.
There's so much bad. I mean, well, maybe there's not so much bad. There seem to be glaring negative things happen just a couple days ago. And I, in my own video, mentioned it as a lie. That I was like, it kind of was a lie because they said they weren't going to do it and they did.
Yeah.
And so, but then I was like thinking about it today, like, well, I guess they're going to say they didn't lie because, you know, like if you lie, you mean to be deceitful. And maybe they just changed their mind and have time to get it out to us that, hey, we actually were mistaken about being mistaken.
But you know what? I would rather have that. Like, if you
Yeah.
could just come out and say, listen, we wanted to do it this way. We told you we were going to do it this way, but it's not possible. So we have to do it this way. I would be so understanding. You
Right.
can't just say we're going to do it this way and then go, we're doing it this way. I mean, come on, Upland.
Yeah. Especially because I know they know that there's no dollar pool for the community pool. So I know there was some thought ahead of time for the first mistake to actually end up being how they were going to go. And someone's obviously processing, this is what we're going to do with USD. And then to say it was a mistake, it's like, you don't make that kind of mistake, you know.
Yeah. And like it's easy to say like, well, oh, they're going to take that USD and they're going to buy UPX with it. But we don't know that for sure. But
even if they did, they're still giving themselves money, right? It's like you still ultimately are now cashing in from properties that are being minted when originally we were supposed to mint them, and then it would go. You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, you like even if they say, hey, we're gonna buy UPX and give you the equivalent in UPX for all the money we got the USD. It's like, you still got USD. You shouldn't make me pay that USD. That's a problem. Like, as a player, I want to be able to buy that with UPX as I would have originally been able to buy it with UPX if I were minting it and it weren't like a screw up mess up that you guys didn't have these like as you should have. It's like, hey, we made a mistake, and when we're fixing our mistake, we're actually going to go ahead and capitalize on it. And that's what I find kind of wrong. But that's just
what I think it is. I think it's the fact that UPX is losing its value. And I think it's the fact that they need to do is figure out ways, have a contest. Like, all right, so yeah, this is our challenge right now. Our challenge for the Whine and Cheese show is, what can Upland do to bring to the table that would bring the UPX value up? Because we need stuff to buy. We need reasons to get the UPX, right? So they need to put something in there that will benefit the both of us, Upland and
right. You nailed it. Because I feel like they do have things they keep announcing, like, hey, you can buy this, like the little Jackie Sai. Sorry, I see my scarf. I'm like, what is that? Okay. So, the Jackie Sai ornament blossom thing. So it's like they I feel like they're I don't know if I feel like bombarded, but I feel like they're always offering me something to buy for UPX.
It has to do something for us.
Yeah,
it has to do something
exactly.
For us.
It needs to be mutual. Like, it's like, you know, let's like, there's like some kind of symbiotic relationship where it's beyond you're feeding me something for my entertainment and you want me to buy it from you over and over again. So
like
I agree.
Like, they can come up with create a level of really awesome level 2 ideas that can be implemented, because maybe sometimes people have the ideas but they don't want to do it, and then other people will see those ideas and they'll be like, hey, you know, I could do this, and then they'll bring in some stuff. Like, I can't wait until places like UPX World or Elijah bring more stuff into the metaverse that you can actually use your UPX for, or when we do finally get those connections to Decentraland and Sandbox and other meta ventures, we could start using our UPX in their worlds. That would be amazing.
Yeah, but then that isn't really, I guess. Okay, so say people did. Well, I think you're right. I think that would work. I was thinking about the people who have loads of UPX. If Upland's trying to, I don't know, get around them too, but like Abdul, right? So Abdul is not going to start buying from the store just because of some metaverses. He's going to continuously have that. So that's why I feel like they're thinking some players are getting very strategic where they're not going to buy UPX regardless, because they're going to have other ways where they've been getting UPX. So I think Upland's now thinking we need to get USD out of them then, because those guys, like those, you know, chief execs or whatever, all those people who are making all this UPX every day who aren't going to buy UPX, and then as players who are maybe get a little bit jaded who don't want to buy UPX, we still need to get paid, and so they're now thinking, what are our other alternatives? And
what's our alternatives?
You know, that might be like what they're doing. And so I think they should just like what you're saying. I feel like if they were to like literally offer so many other things for us that we would buy from them for our own benefit, then if I wouldn't care buying USD or UPX if you're going to give me something that's benefit me.
Exactly. So, there has to be. So the problem with this is it's evolving so fast. Like, there's bad things to come with something that happens great, you know, like Upland's getting popular, things are going well, people are making money, people are getting too big. Like you need to innovating,
power,
you need to keep
it
going.
just so crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, all right, so we didn't even get into it, like ultra rare property fiasco. Upland. All right,
what do you
so
think about the bot craziness though? Like not the bot craziness. I don't want to put it that way because I don't find the bot. I don't want to say it's craziness. I want to say the people who are griping about the snipers. Are you willing to say if you're like have an opinion on snipers?
I have, since I'm a Gemini, I am very torn either way. And it's annoying. So like at one point I hate them and I'm like, oh, like you're, but on the other side, it's like good for you. You're taking an opportunity and you're seizing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if it wasn't for you, that particular one, someone else would do it. And then like a lot of these snipers came about. Like I heard the Freaky Man story. He says he came about to try to stop another sniper. Right, so it's like this evolution of sniperism.
The devil you tried to seize.
Yeah, so it's like just crazy. So
I don't mind them, but that's just because I don't mind them if they're not cheating. Like that's the thing. Is like if you're legit, if it's just an alert that boom, you know right away, and then you're sitting there because that's your life. You're like, okay, there I go. Then more power to you. But if it is like in fact something that was like a mechanic that bought the property somehow and you manipulated the system to actually cheat, then I'd be against that. But honestly, if it's just an alert that you just got to alert it first,
and you got to go there yourself,
right? Like, then you got to buy into that guy's alert. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, just that's just one other business that people can get into. So for me, I think that the Upland honestly made a problem. Like they made a bad mistake not listening to players who were saying the bots are gonna, like, you know, the snipers are gonna get this, because that was like not your player base and their like concerns. And then, you know, snipers got lucky. So that was
snipers
Upland. Yeah, right, exactly. And the Upland was forewarned. So it's like if someone tells you don't park your car there, and you park your car there, and people just rob it. It's like, I'm sorry. Yes, they are being bad, but you didn't take forewarning. So I feel like Upland's kind of like we just came out here and put our Mercedes in the bad neighborhood. All the wheels. Like,
was reminding me of the suit. How you remember the super with Joe Pesci? Where he parks his car and he beep, 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 like all the different alarms on it. And then the next morning it's completely stripped, but the alarm still works.
I wish to know. I'm like, all I can feel like with Joe Pesci is throw mama from the train. I'm like,
I saw that one too.
That's the one thing I remember him from. Okay.
He's like a really bad landlord because he got it from his dad. And
Maybe I did see this so long
has to stay inside one of the apartments and as a punishment, and he ends up like really becoming friends with the people that live there, and his father disowns him for it. It's funny. Oh my god, little Joe Pesci. But back to the ultra rare fiasco. Like I don't understand how they thought this was a good idea. Like I would love to kind of understand it. I really think this should have been put to a vote. Maybe a situation where everybody can win. Like put some to auction, put some to how they want to put it, and then maybe put 1,000 out at mint. Bada bing, bada boom. You know, like make everybody happy. Personally, for me, I would have wanted all of them out at once.
Mm-hmm. And I really agreed with you. Like last night when we talked about that in the cafe, I was like, you know, that just seems to me to be the best way to go. It just makes it more fair, fun, you know, and
it's fun.
I think it's like opening up a new city. I know in the old cities, but it's like expanding all these different cities at once. And so, you have that expansion economic effect that Goldie was talking about, but I think it would rebound eventually. And I do see a problem with 3,000 properties in San Diego. That's like a lot of properties.
Here's the thing. San Francisco is the Genesis city, right? So it's got all these old players there. Like, bring some new blood, like have new people come in and mint some stuff. I think it would be an awesome
I think it worked
event.
out.
Yeah,
Especially
like
if they said to people, this is our Genesis City, because not all new players know that. So they
exactly.
probably think it's just San Francisco. But if they were to say, this was Upland's first city, guys, and we're going to have these 3,000 properties able to mint, or now it's 2,000. Well, I can't. 882 or something.
Like minus 60
Yeah.
or a minus 100.
It's math. Right. So I think that would work out. And I just think it would be better, because if they do this over and over again, like this repeated mistake with these little small numbers, it's like, how long is this gonna last?
Or like have like a committee. Have a committee that they create of people who, you know, they can run their ideas behind, like too, and just like we'll be like, I think you're pushing it. Like they have the UCN.
That's what I was gonna say. They have the UCN.
They have the UCN. Like run this by us, man.
Would be a good place to start if they actually wanted our opinion. But that's what I feel like a little bit, I don't know, skeptical about their motivations, because I feel like when they want our opinions on something, they have asked. And then it seems like, okay, so you obviously didn't want our opinion on this. And then when you want our vote on something, you give us a vote. But when you probably would, like, when things we would want to vote on, they don't give us a vote. So it's like, what's the whole idea here? And I don't believe I don't believe in the voting process. I don't know about this voting stuff. Like, I'm very skeptical. I mean, you need to be able to show me those votes on a blockchain. I don't know. Like, you don't even if you manage to put it where, hey, it's going to show up like anonymous cow, but you'll know that's person's white seed. Like, so you're not giving away who voted for what, or you know what I mean? I just feel like there are definitely technological ways to do this, where you can see, hey, these votes are legitimate. You're not just saying the vote passed, blah blah blah. But I also think that as far as like decentralization, if you're going to just to like double back to this whole voting we had along, you know, with the whole transfer of our community pool, like that stuff, they gave us a vote, right? But then it's like, now it just seems like, I don't know, it seems like you gave us a vote to test out voting rights, and then said during that whole thing, this could be a way towards further decentralization down the road. But yeah, it just seems like more micromanaged since then. Like, hasn't been more of a release of control to the community. There's been less. They're not really taking feedback necessarily on like everything that I think is like pivotal. So I do think it'd be better if, like, even if like maybe we on feedback said these are the issues we think we should have voting rights on, like going forward.
Yeah.
And then you know, might say something like, why not? Like, you're supposed to be decentralized, and yet it's like all this, you guys making all these decisions from the top, just like a very centralized game.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. And I think it's lack of people to kind of assign to certain things. Like, I still don't think they have enough people to kind of put in certain areas. And like, to play devil's advocate, because I always Gemini thing, I do feel like they eventually do want to get to it. It's just really annoying waiting for that to happen, when it's like you see how great it could be, and like then you go over to Twitter and you see how people just start threatening and this and that, and just start taking stuff that's from like out of context and pasting it in there.
It's like,
I'm just like, come on, man, like hurry up. But it is a process, and like, hopefully, you know, knock on wood, they'll get it ready. One more ugly, the Staten Island. Everyone was first in line.
They're like, now I was first, now I'm 800 or something. It's like, I don't know how that happened.
I know, yeah. They said because it went out in batches or something. Like Squall, he was trying to kind of like, you know, answer everybody, and like, I don't know, like, he may be the one that writes the rules and stuff. I don't think he has, like, I don't think the CMs have that much power. So all they could really do is take what we say and bring it back. You know what I'm saying? And like, because like it's true, like, right, you like, they're kind of like just the face. They're the face. They take the information in, they bring it over, they're like, hey, they're really complaining, they're okay, All right. A few minutes later, they're really mad. Let's give it a few more minutes. They'll get over it. And then he's like,
Yeah, now. Give him a
"You're
timer.
mad. Help me!" I'm like, all right, we'll stall. We'll put it ahead an hour. We'll send out new email. That's how, in my mind, that's how the hamster wheel is going. So I can't really get too angry at them because I feel like all they can do is collect what we say and show it to the people behind the curtain, the wizard.
Yeah, I just think that the people in the chat should be able to actually have some type of be able to discern when they see something as, a problem themselves, us griping about it. Like once they see something, it should be like, oh, they're right. Let me go, handle this, and then come right back and say, you're right about that, before it becomes a whole rolling ball of anger and people talking.
I kind of feel like they are. I feel like they are, but it's like it's not
fast enough.
it's either not fast enough. It's either not fast enough, or it's too, like, the things that they're bringing are on a list of too many things, and the people are like, oh, we're going through A, B, and C. We can't go through LMN right now. We're going through ABC. And he's like, all right, but they're like really griping over it, and you're like, well, just try to placate them a little bit. Like, we'll get there.
The roadmap in the corner
about the roadmap. So it's like you can't, like, you could blame them, but then you can't really blame them. And it's like, we're still new. It's still everything is still new. I do know, I feel good when we do have the conversations that we had last night in the cafe, especially when Lizette is there. I have a lot of respect for her. I know when she was on the Whine and Cheese show, she says she goes in there, she writes everything down, she listens to everything that's said, and she'll bring it back. But that's all they could do. That's really.
They're like, not now, Lisette. No,
I know, yeah. But it's true. It's like,
Lisette, like, no.
It's like, we're handling 5 things right now, Lisette. Like, we'll handle that in a week or 2.
Put that in our stack of your
Put it in our stack.
So it's like somebody to prioritize all that. I think that's the problem too, is like, well, here's the thing. When you're like, you don't like, I feel like prioritizing player complaints should be a real huge priority right now, especially like, and they should have a good sifter, like you said, like some things like, you like take that off the table, but things like the white square thing or the white rectangle thing, I'm just saying, we're lucky that Abdullah's not malicious. But if I were Abdullah right now and I just had tons of money,
he's a nice guy. We got extremely freaking lucky with our whale.
Yeah, right? Like,
I love that we have a friendly freaking whale, right? Abdullah, thank you.
I'm gonna call him Shamu.
Shamu.
But yes, like,
we gotta. I feel like making an NFT where, like, Abdullah's Block Explorer is jumping over that thing, like in that Michael Jackson video, and he's jumping over the little boy, and it's Miles the llama reaching up to him.
You should do that. I would buy that NFT.
That come through my head.
If you make it, they will sell.
I will. Yeah, I will. Oh, I will.
That's awesome.
But no, yeah, you're right. And look, they and then getting into this actually is a great segue. It's actually a great segue into the great. We did the bad and the ugly. Now we're going into the great royalties. And remember,
that might be an ugly for me, but
really no, because you're learning Blender.
It's good. It's a good, but I have a little salt on top of the good.
All right, no, I love Devil's Advocate. I love Devil's Advocate, but it was something that was added to their pile of things that they did get to.
I definitely think it was worth getting to, but
I didn't think they would. Like, I know people complain, and I didn't think they were ever going to do it.
So this is the thing. I saw an Upland, I brought that, like, people were being mad or whatever, but I don't know what I said. I said something in Upland debate. Someone brought up the fact that they kind of had to do it because other metaverses are doing it, and if they're promoting their game all around, trying to like get big and trying to attract other creators into the game, when other metaverses are offering royalties, they're not going to bring other creators into this game without offering
exactly. Yeah.
So I think that's like that they kind of like are at that point where they were like, okay, this is like can't be pigeonholed anymore. We have to go ahead and take care of it. So I think that was a good thing, especially besides like the person in Upland debate said, like it's not a good look if all these other people are offering, you know, some type of royalties and here we are not doing so. My only thing is like my little bit of thing that I don't like about it is the idea is like if someone's buying my whatever I designed manufactured out of my there are two things actually. So here's one, the factory thing. Like if I myself am getting royalties, I think if someone buys from me in USD or buys my product in USD, then my royalties should come in that currency. Not
that's a good point.
I don't. So that's.
But you never know. That might be for the.
It might be the next step, but it could have been an easy combined. I'm like, it could have been released. It would be like, look at what we're doing for you now. Later on, great. But I feel like it should have been upfront. Like I feel like it just fell short in that respect because it's like you have these two different means to purchase. So my royalty should be able to come in two different currencies, whichever the person buys from me.
But they did say at the bottom of that event thing that more to come. Like, and this is gonna. Yeah. So you never know. You never know. But I do agree with that.
That is think what's gonna happen. So I'm like, I could be waiting a long time. I don't ever know. It's true, but it might be like years down the line.
I to tell you the truth, I really didn't think that they were gonna give us little people the royalties. Like, because I don't know for sure. I can only speculate. I think like the Jackie Size and the Susan Comans were getting them. Right. I just don't think it was the MetaVentures or the people who did the contest and this is and that put their effort into it. I didn't think they were going to do it. And people complained a lot. Ben, oh my God, he is king complainer. I know somebody called him called him a brown nose. I'm like, do you even Upland? I'm like, what the hell? Ben is the biggest complainer I know. Like, oh my God. But yeah, they did it. And like, I fell off my freaking chair. To me, I thought it was amazing. And so they're not going to be charging people extra. It's going to come out of the 5%. So 2.5 goes to the community, 2.5 goes to the creators, right? And for me, that's a really great thing because they're not going to have people pay more. And that's what scared me in the first place. Like, because the thing with the NFTs, I have to decide what percentage I get, and that goes on top of the sale, right? Mm-hmm. So the 5% that they're going to get charged anyway is half of that's going to go to the creator. So the buyer and the future seller, the second market seller, they're not going to get anything extra on that.
How does it work right now for you though?
We get nothing. We get no royalties for a second sale.
But like as far as like when someone buys from a MetaVenture, in anything, does anything go to the community pool?
5%.
Oh, that regular 5% tax. I see. Okay. All right. Okay. So I was like, why are they? All right. So then, okay. So here, all right. That makes sense. So I'm glad we got the royalties for sure. I definitely think it's something to have better than nothing for sure. But the other thing that I was thinking that someone brought up, and I think this was actually in the daily channel over on Discord, where they were talking about the fact that artists don't get recognition. So like coming out of the factory is the person getting the royalties, not the person who actually like necessarily designed that.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah. So that is business, baby. All right. So Ben, that's life. That's life. You have to be smart. Ben, D-Tech, and I, whenever we do anything, we could only speak for ourselves, right? So when D-Tech did those things and we put his designs in our name, like which everybody did back in the days, Ben and I gave him all of the proceeds. He made millions because it was his, but like we can only speak for for our partnership with him, you're absolutely right. Artists need to be careful, right? Because D-Tech is extremely friendly and he's extremely helpful, and he helps a lot of people. Like he recently made a really beautiful gas can for Y2K.
Oh, wow.
And but there was no talk about payments or anything. So this brings back to your statement of, are the artists getting paid? Like Y2K recently made a video about it. Look at this can that D-Tech made for me. I'm going to get money. And I'm like he never talked to D-Tech about payments yet. Like I'm sure they have their discussions, but that goes to show you, be very careful.
Yeah.
Here's the
I
thing.
think artists need to know that too. Like, I don't know if they would be aware.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Like if you are an artist and someone asks you to do something and you show it to them and they ghost you, that is still your art. If they use it, you can say something and get that shit turned down, burn that shit to the ground. Now I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything bad about anybody, but just don't be greasy.
Yeah,
don't be greasy. Respect your artists.
Yeah.
Respect the nice people. Like you're learning Blender. Like
Blender.
It's gonna be different. Like if you don't have your own meta venture to create these, you're going to have to partner with someone. You're going to have to look into signing agreements with them so you don't get burnt, right? You're going to have to be careful. You're going to have to go to people you trust, people you know, and even sometimes people you know.
Right,
like, do you dirty.
It's like, I thought we were friends.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be
like,
careful.
I blocked you now, but don't ever hear
like who's that? I don't know who that is. Bleurain? Bleurain who?
I'll just block everybody I screw over. I'll never hear from them again. It's like, oh, you're trying to chat me. I just you're blocked. Gone. Yeah, no, I definitely, that's a shame. But yeah, you're right. So let's work this out. Like, can you explain to me, if I have a factory, well, I don't have, I'm working on it. But if I have a factory, is that like, hey, any Blender idea I come up with, I can just put into my factory? How does that work?
All right. So let's say, for example, you have a factory and you applied for the building ornament thing, right? So you're going to have to create, I think it's about 8 seasons or 8 facets for the year. You're going to have to create it for the whole year. Any kind of variations, any kind of colors, quantities, you're going to have to come up with all of this right away. And this is what happened with the decor. The people in the decor, they didn't really create all of this right away. They were like, let me just put a few things in just to get it out there, right? I was very meticulous with Ben and D-Tech. Even before D-Tech came in, I was like, let's start creating Christmas. Let's start creating Halloween. Let's start creating freaking Valentine's Day and this and that. And it's like oh, like let's just focus on like the main stuff. And I'm like, no, like I knew they were gonna get crazy. I knew that they were understaffed. I knew all of this. And I'm like, let's just plan. We worked for hours and we put it all on video, which is the crazy thing. Everyone's asking poor Ben, how are you getting all this stuff made? How are you getting all this stuff? I'm like, just tell them to look at our freaking video. Like these videos went out. Yes, yes, these videos went out so long ago, before it was even started. And we said how we came up with our schemas, how our SKUs, our variations, our quantities, even our rares. All of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot. So like you do rares too, like you do that, like, hey, this is a rare.
Yeah, so like the surfing guy, the surfing samurai, there's only like a certain amount of him. So that one is a mythic. whereas in the regular furniture is common. And we don't do it based off of looks, we do it based off of quantity. So everything we do, we put as much detail as we were possibly able to, as many triangles as we could. I helped detect with the textures on it. So like, let's say, for example, the common furniture is 30,000 quantity.
Okay.
Because we want everyone to be able to have affordable decor, right? So that stuff is, if you're just into Upland, you have your property, you built something on it, you want to have a decor, it's something that you can buy that's not that much money, and it adds to your neighborhood rating, right? And then we have the uncommon, which would be 20,000 quantity. And it's just, the first one is more of like a wood texture. This one would be a concrete. You know, the quality is still there. It's just a different texture and a less quantity. And then we get into the holiday stuff, which is the rare and the legendary.
Like spirals.
Yeah, yes.
Sorry, spirals.
Yes, and they're actually reasonably priced. And then that's where you come into variation.
Those are
Now,
really
yeah, you could offer low quantity, but different colors, and that keeps it going, you know?
Yeah. And with those, it's like you can have a whole little, like, like, I don't want to say landscape, but
yeah. And it's like, we knew we couldn't do trees,
right? Yeah,
but
like,
we knew we could make metal spirals.
right? Like, and they look like if you like people I've seen, and like that look like a little like forest, like tree bush, like type of like lawn decor. It reminds me of like
Oh yeah, like the you cut like Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah,
you make it
exactly.
into like a little.
I was like, this is like really like decorative. Like, so,
there's ways around it if you know
cute.
how to, like, if you have something you want to do and they say no, instead of yelling at them and hurling insults, you could say, well, can I, like, what about this? No, okay. Well, what about this? No. Well, what about this? Yeah, that might work. You know? So there's ways around it. You know, so many of our stuff got rejected from the beginning, and D-Tech didn't get any sleep to make it like a few hours later, here, Ben, or like a day later, here, Ben, submit, you know? But I feel like I'm talking about myself too much right now.
This is
I'm sorry.
Like, no, I think this is good to know people who are really interested in Metaventures. I think it's good info because we don't have this insight. If you like, I got approved for Metaventure and they haven't opened it. So I'm just like, I'll find out.
What Metaventure?
A block explorer shop. So,
and, dude, that is going to be big. Big. Yes. All right. So the racing is coming out. Yeah, well, get on that, you know. You know, be like, hey, you know, like really like, nice, like just that, you know, hi, you know, can you just check because they said I was approved.
Yeah, like they asked me to submit my pictures, and then I know, like, I actually asked for confirmation in the email, like, can you please let me know that you got this email? And then, of course, I didn't hear back. But I'm like, is that you get it, or you just didn't ever want to respond?
Don't be nice. You have to be nice. Yeah. You have to be nice. That's what I'm telling. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, oh wow, that's great. Yeah, that's really good. Where is it located?
Venice Beach.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, I have to clear my throat once.
Yeah, I'm a sneezer. So I usually mute it for Ben, but I really like but yeah, Royalties is huge.
So I wish I got in a Rutherford one. Like, because there's barely anybody in Rutherford. There's like legits there, but there are barely any actual Metaventures. And I know a lot of people eventually end up hunting in Rutherford and then want to stay there because, you know, it sucks to have to travel just to go buy something. So I was like, dang, I missed out. Because Venice is nice. Like, that's my spot. Like, I love Venice Beach. I love Santa Monica too. So I was like, you know, this is where I guess for my own emotional reasons versus business reasons. So I was like, I want to be in Venice. And I was also in the Venice node with abstract. So I thought, oh, that'd be cool. But now, like, just in retrospect, I really was like, I kind of missed out not going to either Santa Clara, because I feel like Santa Clara is also sparse, or Rutherford, because I want to go where basically people will hunt. There's actually not a lot of shops to accommodate them, so they don't have to travel. Well, they'll probably have to travel regardless because there's stuff everywhere. But this is what I mean. Like when there's those events, like if you see yourself to a block explorer shop, if you're not really into block explorers, like you don't want to buy one, but you just want to send to a shop, that's what I mean. It'd be nice to have them like different ones so that you can get those different send. Because like it's like unique visits. That's what they were saying, and unique visits. So I can't just keep sending to the same shop because it's not unique. Get it? So that's what I mean. Add to those cities so they can get more unique visits without having to try to travel to a spacey place like Los Angeles and just everywhere.
But still, everywhere. Los Angeles is still great. Like I think that's like a really big place. They have a lot of nodes there. They have a lot of events there. Yeah, Real Node LA. I mean, come on. People are there, like, we might as well go visit Bleurain.
Yeah, you're right. And that's what also I was thinking, like, I'm not too down on it because when it happens to be those events that require people sending to block explorers or shops or whatever and buying or whatever, I do fly into LA. So
So
I want to go down to Fresno though, because I know like Uplando is down there, and I want to go where Samurai Aquatics is, but I just it's like I'm hunting in my city. Why am I gonna hop on the plane? So I have to really want something and find it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm there.
Well, you know what? Eventually, when you let's say you get into LA and you do your thing, and time progresses, and you're able to get another one. Then you could start going
branding across places. I saw some Meta Ventures like B something, and I think Loyal Doyle has a few shops. I think
Los Montanos has 2. He has one in one place and one in another, and I'm trying to open one in the Bronx, another Samurai Aquatics.
Well, I think I'm like, I feel like are you guys? Do you have the pool?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, that's why I'm like, I really want a pool, and I was thinking about like, do I need to travel for that yet? But that's basically it's on my to buy list.
We're looking to do.
Start shipping.
Well, do it now before you have to.
Yeah, that's true.
Pay for
have to order for the shipping.
Yeah,
right. You're so right. Like, how are you gonna get this back to all this pool across the state lines? Oh, no.
That's why we want like an East Coast and a West Coast kind of thing. I know we're looking to establish our wholesale stuff, but we're trying to figure out the numbers right now. Once we got that done and Ben's back from Japan, we're gonna look to, but we don't want to have more than one shop in one city. So the thing is, if I'm gonna be in the Bronx, New York, then New York's done.
Right.
So San Francisco's done.
What about the Queens and all those other little New York boroughs?
No.
Yeah. You're like one, or over there. That's it. Okay. That's it. I got it. Well, makes sense. In Bronxdale, you can do that in Bronxdale on the node?
Yeah.
Okay.
I already have it all ready too. I submitted. I have a large showroom for that, which people out there, you don't really need a large showroom. I didn't really know until I saw how much quantity Ben Small showroom can hold. They can hold a lot, like over 100.
A lot. Over
100. Oh God, a lot. Yeah. The factory, I wouldn't do less than a medium. If you can.
I'm doing a large factory, but it's not the largest. Like I can't do the large.
No, the largest is not. I don't think it's really meant for the layperson. It's not meant for you and me. It's meant for people like Dak with the racing or maybe even Upland stuff. Like something like that, you really need to have a plan. Like a level 2 out of the Upland game. Yeah. You need to have like if you're not gonna have anything ready for it or any ideas ready for it, it's just a waste of money, time, and
it would take a long time for me to build. So I feel like I can create my plan and 3 years or whatever it's gonna take to build.
Large is more than enough. I say large is more than enough. Good on you for doing the large. Yeah, medium is okay, but large is great.
Okay. And then so once I build it and I apply for something, I'm designating that for, say, ornaments, right? Or it has one thing. So can
one thing. And I think ornaments are good, to be quite honest, because for decor, we have to create something new and innovative every time. for ornaments, you have only 2 months to wear these.
Right.
Or a month even to wear these. So people are going to need to keep purchasing from you in order to keep up with the Joneses. Right? Right. So like,
Yes.
it's like, all right, Halloween is over. I need to go buy stuff from Bleurain's building ornament manufacturing thing, because I need New Year's, like I need this, I need that, I need Christmas, I need Hanukkah, I need, you know, whatever I celebrate, sort of thing. And it's like, we need, like, I kind of feel like it's gonna be, everyone's doing the same thing. I really want to see people go out of their box for this.
Yeah.
Really, like, I've been coming up with ideas, and Ben and I have been writing them down for D-Tech, because we want him to open. We're going to do the same 3-way partnership we do for Decor. We want to do for D-Tech's workshop for his, yeah. And it's like, you know, one person, you really need to partner with somebody, or you're going to go crazy. Like,
Sounds like work. Yeah.
yeah, like I do all the books. I'm like almost like 3 to 4 hours a day just inputting the sales. Like, I want to create, I tried out for the developers thing in Upland, because I want to start trying to make something that'll pull the data for MetaVenture sales, so that I don't have to like meticulously write them all down and this and that. Because we have to, because we have a system where you buy a certain amount of something, you get something for free. And I think that's important. Also, like, you need to really keep incentives there. You need to like offer people things. People get bored easily. I'm one of them. I am one of them.
So how do people know that they're going to get something for free after so many purchases when they go to your store?
Well, all right. So we have the Samurai Aquatics Discord, and we'll put down in there every so often in the announcements, like, if you get every piece of the 10-piece set, you get the monument for free, up to the first 200 monuments, because we only made 200 of them.
Okay.
Right. And so they're ultra rare, and like, that's something that we would charge normally like over 100,000 UPIX for, but you're going to get it for free. Now, with the trees, if you buy all 5 colors, you get a free Halloween sign. Now, that Halloween sign was supposed to go for 24,000 UPIX each.
Wow.
But we looked at it and we weren't satisfied with the way it looked. Like, that's how much perfectionists we are, right? So people are actually asking us, can we buy those Halloween signs from you? We love them. We want to put them in our Halloween node. And we're like, we're not selling them. We're giving them away if you buy the trees. And they're like, all right, so if I buy this many trees, you're going to buy all these trees to get the free signs. Why don't you just put in a special order with us that we can make you a custom sign? We can't promise when it's going to come out because we didn't plan
make
for
a
it.
custom sign.
You can make custom anything. You can make custom orders.
Libra?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
no, like a
Libra?
sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Are you a Libra?
I am a Libra. When you said Gemini, I was like, I guess we both have those too.
Yeah, Geminis and Libras, they get along
Yeah.
really good. I like that. Yeah, Libras are really great ideas people too.
Yes,
It's
that's
really good
what
to
I
just
am.
bounce.
I'm a total ideas person.
We got to get together more. I set up my freaking VR. Let's do that tonight.
Do it. I'm like, I have all now.
We didn't even get into the articles yet. Look at this. This is amazing.
Okay.
Ben's going to love this. He's going to look back at this and he's going to be like, this was awesome. He might get jealous.
No. No. I'm trying to. No.
Let me see. I have some really good articles. We're going to go through them fast because I want to know what's up with you, what you have planning, what's going on. But let me see. All right. Boop. Oh, no,
Okay.
that wasn't it. Don't look at my paperwork. Don't look at my gaming.
Don't look at it. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
There's like, I won't look. I don't
I'm
know
just
what that is.
kidding.
What game is this?
Diablo. Oh, Metaverse NFT
Dare you? You
volume.
cheater! Oh my gosh!
Oh, but it's not blockchain. It's not blockchain. I'm sorry, Upland. I love you. I love you so much, Upland. Metaverse NFT trading volume hit new all-time high. Decor says. So this is amazing. Yeah, like virtual land trading spiked this past quarter with 147,000 trades, generating 311 million in trading volume, according to a new report. Now, they don't mention Upland in here, but they do mention Yuga Labs, other side, which is the Bored Apes. And then they mention MG Land, which I was like, you know what the heck is MG Land?
What is MG Land?
So I did actually bring that up, and it's weird. I've never heard of this before. It's bring your NFT, build your NFT space. Have you heard of this?
I haven't, but it sounds like it sounds like spatial NFTs. What is this? Can you
Oh my god, that's a great way to sum it up. Wow.
Let's see. What is that? Can you go in?
Let's see. So it almost looks like a voxel world. Connect your wallet and choose an NFT as your metaverse avatar. Ooh.
I don't want to connect my wallet though.
Yeah, me neither.
I guess you could, but so you have those three. I don't know what BSC is. Is that like another thing for Bitcoin? What is BSC? Never heard of that.
Me neither.
I'm like, am I? No. Do I need to go get some BSC? What is this? So, like, before everybody else finds out about BSC, no.
Maybe it's their own token.
But you know what? So scroll back down to your little that little Bored Apes thing. Where the little they are.
This one?
Yeah, because I think in the Meta News Academy, and let me see. I'm gonna look and just make sure. But I think they mentioned that Tarzan NFT that I mentioned before
is in here.
I think they might be going in there. I'm just gonna try to see if I can find that particular.
Oh, look at how cute this is. Look at the bananas in the chest and the little dog. So cute.
Oh, I want to go there.
I want to go there.
Right. It actually, it kind of reminds me of Disneyland. Like when you go, have you been to Disneyland?
I have.
If you have, do you know, like it's not Tarzan, but it's like a jungle area, and they have like actually like a tree, like a clubhouse little thing you can climb into it. It's over there by Indiana Jones area. I think it's on the way there, but it's like a jungle, and it's like near the Tiki house. But anyways, that reminded me of it. Okay, so here's what it is. It does say, well, of course now my internet wants to go. So okay, basically, where's this going to be? Oh no, it's going to be instead in. It says, no Disney's not involved. Blah blah blah. I thought they mentioned the game, but it does basically. The Tarzan says it's going to be in a deal between Digital Fashion Studio X Label and the estate of the character's original creator, Edgar Rice Burroughs. And then it mentioned, oh, here it is. Oh, it's Lord of the Apes. Okay, so I was like, something about apes. Okay. Yeah. All right. Never mind. But it does. I don't know who X Label is. But yes, Lord of the Apes meant. Okay. Yeah. Anyways. All right. Back to this. But
you want to read this part over here?
Yeah, so non-fungible token NFT trading increased across virtual worlds in the first quarter of 2023, according to DApp Radar reports that published Thursday, totaling 311 million so far this year. According to the report, virtual land trading reached an all. Wait, did you want me to read that?
I just read that.
Yeah, you read that part. I'm like, that's what I see. Okay, wait, yeah, I'm here. All right, got it. Other dead NFTs, which are linked to the land in the other side metaverse, registered 222 million in trading volume in the first quarter. That is a lot. And 37% increase from the previous quarter. Dang. According to the report, one other head NFT sold for 186 ETH, about 2.85 million at the time, the highest recorded sale for the virtual land last quarter. Earlier this month, Yuga Labs announced the official date of its second trip for holders of other dead NFTs, which likely contributed to the uptick. I see. Do you want me to keep reading?
Sure.
Well, I don't need to, but I feel like I'm just...
No, I'm interested.
Okay. Another reason for the increase.
Oh, actually, read this one. Read this part.
All right. Like, yeah, I gotcha. All right. The Sandbox, Axie Infinity, and Decentraland also made the list of the top virtual world decentralized apps, dApps, last quarter, though all were topped by lesser known Kreterra Genesis Land.
Yeah, what is that?
14 million in trading volume. Kreterra, or I think it's Kreterra, Genesis Land raised a 10 million funding round in January 2023, led by A16Z, I think, and focuses on enabling user-generated metaverse creation.
So
The
good thing is they talk about Decentraland, they talk about Sandbox, Axie Infinity.
Yeah.
What is this? Kreterra.
I know.
Kreterra Genesis Land.
Yeah.
What the heck is that? Is this a Gala Games thing?
I doubt it. Is it? Aren't we with Gala Games? No, we're with... Who are we with?
Yeah, we're with Gala Games.
Okay. Let me see. What is this? Oh, I was gonna say this reminds me of OpenSea, and then there's OpenSea. It's like, oh, that's where we're at. Okay. So these are NFTs on OpenSea.
Yeah.
Kreterra
Genesis Land.
How do you go to it? How do you go to the game and bring in these little assets? Those look like Minecraft.
It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Really, because there's so many things like this. Well, I mean, the other metaverses doing well is good thing.
Yeah, for sure. Because people will dive in and then they'll get bored eventually, and then they might be like, what other metaverses are out there? Or they just might be curious, and they might be hearing as they start. See, that's the thing. I think once people start trying to figure out their own little metaverse and maybe looking at YouTube, then eventually us YouTubers about Upland will filter into their feeds and be like, they're like, hey, what's that metaverse? And then maybe if we're not griping, they'll be like, yeah,
exactly.
Earn. Like, yo, these royalties, what are those about? You know, maybe. So that's what I always kind of hope is like, I'll just like float across someone's channel and they're like, oh, play to earn. What's that about? Because to me, playing to earn makes more sense than playing not to earn, but I still want to play other games too. But now
I still do that as well.
Yeah, I find myself like stretched for time. So it's like, I wish I could just go play on my VR goggles, but I have to go do this video.
I hear you. I hear you.
I'm like, when do I get time to play? Like, when? And then I start getting like, I get anxious about being productive.
Me too.
Like, yeah. So you understand then, like, it's hard to actually just sit down and just enjoy myself playing sometimes, but
I need it though, because like I feel like if I don't do it at night, like have some game time, I'll go crazy. And it's like it's a free therapy.
That's a good way of looking at it. Yeah.
Now, here's another article. Virtual equity leverages the metaverse to host historic international human rights festival in partnership with Greenpeace, the UN, and more. Now, this really is I love seeing stuff that promotes like anything charity wise or like anything doing good out there in the universe from the metaverse in regards to blockchain.
I agree. I think it's awesome. I mean, it's interesting too, like International Human Rights Festival. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is taking place in Johannesburg, March 24, 2023, which is today. Virtual equality, human rights focused technology collaborative that is revolutionizing the interactivity and impact of traditional VR has announced a first of its kind merged reality metaverse event in support of Constitution Hill's 5th annual Human Rights Festival in Johannesburg, South Africa. Powered by Soda World. That's a fun name. I love soda. I've been drinking it this whole time. With marketing from Audience Sex, Virtual Equality is partnering with some of the world's most recognized impact institutions, including Greenpeace, Amnesty International, the United Nations, and Leah Tutu Foundation. Virtual equality will enable citizens from all nations to engage in this vital annual festival dedicated to furthering and protecting democracy and human rights, featuring speeches from prominent human rights and political leaders, former public protector Thuli Madonsela, and reigning Miss S.A. Nvati Nokeri. Oh, she's I know she was like a Miss America type pageant winner or something. I recognize her name from somewhere. To performances from renowned global artists and musicians, BCUC, Misaki, and Bikus Mana, and Mfundo. I don't know them. I have to look them up later.
They're so global, we don't know them in the States.
We don't, I know. Virtual equality aims to encourage and amplify digital activism, as well as explore new solutions and technologies to advance equality and justice on a global scale. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. Like, it's interesting when they say they're going to merge reality with the metaverse, because it's like, well, I feel like the metaverse is kind of already emerging.
Well, the thing is, like, this is going to be something that you can attend in the metaverse. Like, these things like the GDC, why can't we be there virtually? I would love to just put my freaking headphones on, my VR set on, and be like, hey, what's going on?
That's what I want to.
Yeah.
When I tried out Decentraland the other day.
I saw that. That was so funny. I love that. Oh, wait, you muted yourself by mistake.
Thank you.
Oh,
I was like, what? I heard you. And I was like, what? Yeah, like, for me, the whole idea of appearing into that metaverse was cool. Like, if I could just drop onto an Upland street, that would be so amazing. Like, let me find Morecheese's house, and if I just had to like navigate myself to your house and then like see if you're home,
that would be amazing. I'd be on my
like, are you here? Hi. Can you come outside and play?
I look out my window and you're there like,
yeah. Yeah, I'm putting a for sale on my own lot. I'm trying to sell this property today. Like, I don't know, but it would be nice. Like, I like the idea of spatial, like, yeah, we can link to it, but it would be better to me. And so here's an idea I had, because, you know, I'm an ideas person. So I think people will hate my idea. That's the only problem. Like, okay, but either so many
I love even bad ideas.
Everything.
No. I say. I'm paranoid like that as well. I am paranoid like that. I can see a great idea and a bad idea.
Okay, so
give it to me.
All right, so here's what. Okay, so it's an idea. How about that? Here's an idea. So until we can get everything we want, I was thinking one thing they could do to kind of appease us in maybe some respect. I'm not sure. So again, okay, I'm already doubting myself, but okay. Yeah, the Horizon Worlds, right? You've been to any events in Horizon Worlds or seen them like stream their like I saw what's this face?
Joey Wilson?
No.
Oh, I see all of his stuff and it makes me want to go in there.
So I saw Post Malone's like they had in the Horizon World venue place, they had like a Post Malone in the theater. And I recorded some of my VR, but it was like I felt like I was at his concert. Or I'm not sure if he uses that pronoun. Sorry. I don't know. Is that right? I'm like, wait. No, that's the other one. I'm thinking of Sam Smith. Never mind. But I saw Post Malone, not Sam Smith. So I was like, wait a minute. I was like, Sam Smith a different pronoun, so but I'm not sure. But anyways, as far as Post Malone, he was like, it was just like there were other people who came in there to watch as well. So we're standing there watching Post Malone. I'm like looking over at them and they're looking over at me. And it felt like I was a legit concert. It was really great.
Yeah.
And the other night they had a comedy show in there and it was like amazing. So anyways, my idea is not that, but my idea is this: because Horizon World has all those little places, and then or Meta as an app, Meta has like those other little apps within the apps, whatever. But I was just thinking they could basically help Upland, like if they were to, if Meta were to work with Upland, it'd be great if we had Upland in VR, just like as like a world, like Horizon World is kind of a world already, and you just log into your thingy, and then they could Meta could make it, because there's so many real worlds that are already like look like real, like they probably have the people to develop it already. Like they probably have the money and the resources to go ahead and rebuild the whole world in the metaverse, like cities, and have us go in. So that would be like a nice partnership that I would like to be able to like see happen, so that I can put on my goggles and like literally it's like here I am in Vegas. Oh, and I own that property over there. Like
exactly, yeah. You can actually go to your property, and like whatever swag you get inside the metaverse, you could bring it back to your property and like store it there. That would be nice. That'd be amazing. And then you can invite people over. Yeah, like, hey, I have this really nice NFT.
I have my avatar.
Come on over for tea, and like, hey, you like anything over here?
Right?
I think it's a great idea.
I mean, I wish, but I just feel like they're doing so much within those VR goggles, like in those worlds where it's like you are like, feels like, I don't know. I played that one game. I'm not sure if you've ever played it, the graffiti one. It's called King Spray. So
no.
I would have to do another video on King Spray just so I can show you guys these like city like things. Like they have like a train station where you can go in the subway and like you like spray paint the train.
Is this a VR game?
It is.
Oh wow.
I love it. Like I'm not, if you're an artist, so
yeah.
Like I'm not down for, illegal art on walls, but like nice. I'm down for photographing. I don't do it myself. Like I love to see it. I love to see graffiti outdoors. I really actually do. But being able to do like doing like art and graffiti for free, these paints, and it's actually kind of funny because not to like start promoting King Spray graffiti is what it's called. But it's really fun because you can also partner up with people, and it's called your crew, and so people can go out on a crew together and go do their thing.
My god, can I be a part of your crew?
Yeah,
holy smokes!
But you have to download. Well, I'm not sure if you have to pay for it. I might have bought it. Because I'm always like hanging out with it's like the 13-year-old kids who are in there all the time. They're always
but you know what?
There's
The 13-year-old kids of today.
They're very mature. Well,
they are.
With one, he was so funny because he was like, "Come over here, come over here." And I was like,
"Yo, tag this." I got a space for you.
I was like, yeah. It was like so late at night too, and I was like, "You should be in bed." What are you doing?
He's probably like, "Mom, is that you?"
It was funny, but I mean, I wasn't being inappropriate with him, but I can see how it's like, what are you doing? Like, I could be anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a dangerous world out there.
It's the real world.
It's probably lucky you were on to watch over him.
Yeah,
to be honest. Yeah. Oh my god.
But it's fun. So that whole idea of like seeing people next to you, that's what I think would be great with Upland. Like if I was walking around.
I expect that him side to side, he could trip me and start laughing at me.
Like whenever people log into the game, you see them somewhere. It's like I just saw Dylan up. He's in Rutherford. It's so fun. So yeah, do you have another article?
Oh, I have, I think 2 more. This one is Tim Sweeney believes the metaverse is happening for real. Now, this guy he was in the GDC along with Upland, right? And he is he's with Epic Games, right? And he says that Apple or Google is going to try to destroy the metaverse. So they're going to take everything that they can profit-wise, and then just drop it like a sack of potatoes. So you want to take this away?
Let's see. Epic Games showcased its vision for a metaverse at today's State of Unreal, during which it unveiled more details about the economy around its Unreal editor for Fortnite. There you go. I'm like, yeah, I'm all like, so funny.
Hey, I'm blind myself.
Thanks. I'm like, where are my glasses? I'm like, oh, but anyways, a new unified marketplace, Fab, which offers assets across several game engines, new metahumans, animation tools, and more. Metahumans, interesting.
Now,
Do you
I heard of Fab,
I've heard of Fab too. When they said that one, I was like, I believe I've heard of Fab.
right? I can't put my finger on it, but
So
yeah.
Unreal is like Unreal Engine too, right? Or are they different? Like this Unreal Editor? Like what is
I
that?
think Unreal Editor is I think it's an Apple thing. I
Ah,
think Apple, oh yeah, so that's the thing. So like talking to Game Industry Biz at GDC, Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney further clarified his vision for an open ecosystem across the game industry. During the presentation, Sweeney had described the company's various announcements as a milestone for Epic's unified vision of the metaverse, adding that the metaverse has to be open. It can't be another walled garden. Now, Epic is like Steam. Epic, you go to Epic and they have specific games that they create, non-blockchain games. They want to get more into the metaverse and blockchain, right? Which is great because, like, hey, if I could play my regular games and get some money out of it, that would be amazing. But what he's saying right here, from what I could see, is that he sees certain business industries, certain game industries taking the metaverse and making it not crossplay. So like you ever see like a PlayStation game, and you're like, or the other one, I want to say GameCube, and that's aging me. Xbox,
like
Xbox.
yes, and the Wii, all of those. But you can't cross across them.
Some of them you can, some of them you can't. I
Hmm.
know PlayStation is very like, oh, we don't want like this is for
That's what I have. I
PlayStation
don't have a
only.
side of it. Right.
Yeah.
I was like, my PlayStation doesn't play with any other things.
Yeah, which is horrible. Like that's
Right.
like it's selfish.
It is it though, or
It
is
is. I think
like, I made
is.
this. Why should I be trying to make my systems for all your systems? But because I
Because you
feel
could
like
get money, you could get paid for it.
you
Number one, you
could.
get more eyes on it.
Yes, yes. I personally think that I can see both ways, right? Like I can
Yeah.
see like, if I myself want to establish my game, and it's I want everyone to play my game. I could see myself using my money to make sure my game just worked versus trying to make it adaptable to all the other games out there. If I was just trying to like get a system put together, so maybe like money might be a factor into why people don't have it be like a global thing right out the gate. However, I feel like with Meta, I kind of disagree with Sweeney. I mean, I don't know. I can't disagree all the way. I disagree in the respect that I've heard Mark from Meta, like personally, like he's not personally to me, but he's discussed like he wants it to be an open metaverse. Like his idea of the metaverse is also a metaverse.
Oh, but he didn't say
everybody.
Facebook. He said Google and Apple.
Oh, you're right. Wait. Well,
or did he?
Yeah, he says Facebook, iOS, and Facebook. Like we've seen walled gardens take over the world with iOS and Facebook. I guess he's not talking about Meta, but is he? Because Facebook is Meta now, so I don't know what. Like, yeah, that's what I'm like. I don't know if he means Facebook as in like Facebook at the actual platform being a walled world, or if he means
and like in the past 15 years, how has Facebook been walled?
I don't get what he's saying. I'm like, they go everything. That's what I'm like. I kind of don't like. I don't know if I feel like I'm just hoping that Mark Zuckerberg really does use his money to make the metaverse like open to like everybody, so we can.
Because I really want that crossover between metaverses.
Exactly, and I hope Dirk continues to push that. OMA 3 and get people get him.
This is what you were talking about. Let's read that completely.
Okay. Open is a natural state of things. It's only in the past 15 years that we've seen walled gardens take over the world with iOS and Facebook and other companies, he tells Game Industry Biz. But that's not how it has to be, though. The game industry is the perfect place for an open system to be involved because there's not one predominant company that can dictate terms.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So, yeah, the game, that's true. But yet, games industry are so close. That's the thing I like just talking about those systems. I feel like it's been notoriously closed.
Let's skip down to here.
The metaverse is a more attractive wait, the metaverse is way more attractive to you as a player if the majority of your real world friends are there. True.
Yes.
This isn't the old days when you're playing with random strangers on the internet. This is about real world experiences with real world friends, and the interconnection is the way to do it.
It really is.
It is very true, especially because my real world friends initially like, why are you getting on the metaverse?
Like, yeah, like we don't like the metaverse. We don't understand it.
It's like, yeah, like they're like, they'll say things like, it's like it kind of it offends me a little bit when they like act like my Discord friends are not real people or real friends, like they're game friends. I know they're only from a game, but they're real people. Like I literally am voice to voice with you right now. Like yes, Discord. So I just like I'm not gonna treat you like crap because I met you on Discord through a game. Like that doesn't make sense. It just so I'm like they're still people. Like I have to like show up if I can stand to show up. So some people if like I should like like if I have an Upland event or a discourse, like, like this, not Discord, but the night cafe at 7, like if I'm trying like, oh, I have to go listen to this. It's like, they're like, so what? Yeah.
My husband's the same way. He used to make fun of me. He's like, oh, your internet thing is on. And he's like, I hear you singing. And I'm like, don't mind that.
Yes, I sing to this Mangolian. I write a song.
I sing to a room of like 15, 20 people. Oh my God. He's like, you? Really?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I loved Uplando. I loved the show, but I do think having 2 voices, it has enhanced the show.
Yeah.
And I know he would sometimes interview people and things like that, but I just like, I loved his show. I do, but I don't know if it's the singing. I want to say this, but it definitely has a little bit more. I think it's because there are 2 of you. I like the dynamic between 2 people. And
oh, in the cafe, I don't get to talk.
I just
sing.
But I think
sometimes afterwards.
Yeah, when you interject, yeah, and that's my favorite part.
Yeah, but it's like
part's news. Like we already had that news, but when you guys are talking, that's what I'm actually there for. I'm there for the singing. I already got the news myself because I can read and I listen to Nightfall. So it's like it's nice for everybody to get the news, but I also report news, right? So it's kind of like for me, I go there because like the singing's great, the lyrics are cool, but then the after vibe, like the chat that goes on afterwards.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yeah, like it's nice to have a little bit of kind of like chitter chatter in between just reading off of a piece of paper, right? And I like this. I like it more like flowy, conversationally. Like I can't just like read a paragraph and then tell me what you think about it. I want your opinion. But let me stop. Oh man. All right. So like he's so this is him pretty much mentioning the people who want to do it, like Roblox wants to be like open and Fortnite wants to be open and this and that, but they're saying when asked whether any roadblock is standing in the way of Epic's vision for a metaverse, Sweeney's answer is immediate. Apple. They'll either try to crush the metaverse, that's so dramatic, or extract all the profit from it, one or the other. Apple doesn't let you use a competing browser engine, so they can do the same thing with the metaverse. I could see that. So they can say you must use Apple's limited metaverse engine. You can't.
What do you mean by that you can't use a different browser engine? I'm pretty sure I have like Chrome and that I'm operating on my.
Oh, Apple. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like right away, he's
wrong. And I was thinking about where's this guy's like. I'm an English teacher, so as a teacher of rhetoric, I will often tell my students to find out where, people make a lot of claims, but where's their evidence? And so looking for that, like, where's your evidence? Like you're talking about something using those inflammatory words like crush, like crush it. Like, well, how do you, what says you? Like why say you? So like with the whole not using your browser thing, I'm like, I'm on a Mac using Chrome.
No, that's really good. A really good insight. So anybody from Apple, if you're watching this and you want to refute
like
Epic's,
are there goggles out? They're Apple goggles. I'm all doing this like.
I'm not sure yet. To be honest, I'm
that's
very much like a PC fangirl.
Oh, I see.
She's like, oh,
Yeah,
you're my enemy.
I'm like, I am a Mac Apple. I'm like, no.
We can still be friends.
Yeah,
we can
no,
still be friends.
At work.
But yeah, this did come off a little bit. I love Epic. I love their games, but this is very dramatic. And I would like to see Apple kind of come up with an article or a statement kind of to go against this and say, hey, you know, we're not going to do that, and you know, we aren't that bad, yada yada.
Oh,
but
wait, oh dang, go back real quick.
Sorry.
Just above where he said, okay, go up, scroll up just like, oh, maybe am I scrolling up beside you? I was like, when you did I was like, wow, that worked. Like, okay, I thought I was actually working for me. Okay, here's what I wanted, right where it says, so you know, we had NFT pitches, true ownership and metaverse. That part right there, do you see it? We had NFT pitches, true ownership and metaverse, dot, dot, dot. You don't need that for the metaverse. What do you think of that statement?
So you know, we had NFT pitches, true ownership and metaverse. What?
Like, is he saying we don't need true ownership?
It works. Roblox, V-Bucks, they're fine as is. That's a good catch. That's a good catch. I am not an agreeer of this. This could go to hell because Roblox is incredibly smart for wanting to make this into the metaverse and create true ownership. What?
I don't know.
Attach their baloney to it. What?
Yeah. Yeah. I see.
Is this guy crazy?
See, I was like, I don't know if I agree with this guy. And he doesn't have a lot of evidence. Okay, now you can go to your other one. I just got that.
No, that was a good find.
Like, you know, it's like, you agree with this? Okay.
Wow. Yeah, right. You know what? Now I'm on Apple's side, Epic. Screw you. But last article. Okay. This is crazy. World's first trillionaire appears in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Is it Abdullah?
I know, right? Okay, because we keep mentioning Abdullah, I would have to confess something. There is a guy on TikTok who goes by Abdullah. And he's over, like, he seems like he's rich because he posts a lot of videos, like one's in Dubai, one's in England, and he's always like, he's with a group of, he says, the brothers. They're like walking around, whatever, and looking, one's in like what looks like a very prestigious, like way high up skyrise, like, I don't know, like mansion apartment type of condo. And so I was like, just on like his yesterday's TikTok, because I started following him. I was like, "Are you Abdullah 886A?"
Oh my god!
He hasn't responded though. I'm just like,
watch his whole TikTok disappear. Out of nowhere, she's like, "She found me." She found me. Yeah. Oh man, that would be freaking
very rich Abdullah out there. Yeah. There's probably lots of rich Abdullahs though.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Like these oil rich Abdullahs. But yeah. So you introduced me to this. Go ahead.
Taipei, Taiwan, March 24th, with a quantum leap from Wall Street to HBS City in a massified financial metaverse. Aaron Tsai, King of Shell Oil, became.
I was gonna say, is that the Shell, like, the gas station?
Became the world's first trillionaire through the creation of his personal social token, PST.
Oh my!
Wow, personal social token.
What?
That, I mean, it's brilliantly simple. It's brilliantly simple. AT&T and algorithmic USD stablecoin USDM. Wow, USDM. All right.
Okay.
AT&T is paired with USDM for trading on hash brown swap, HBS's decentralized exchange. USDM is backed by Aaron's personal credibility, with each USDM supported at AT&T at the ratio of 1:1.
Interesting.
This is very interesting. Freaking $1 trillion.
Cool.
I don't even understand how much money that is.
I know, I'm like, how many billions is this?
Oh my God.
So the M kind of reminds me of the M from Meta Motors or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But
a little
he got
bit.
an that he's got his face on.
Oh my
That
God.
is so cool.
This
Well,
is cool. Yeah.
Do you want to read any more? Do you want me to read any more? You good?
Well, this right here.
The inspired by Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Okay. Inspired by Elon Musk, Aaron named Mass-V gas token MassX with the idea from SpaceX. While Elon has a plan to take us humans to Mars, Aaron's mission is to take both humans and AI robots into the metaverse with HBS as the financial infrastructure for Web3 companies powered by Mass-V financial blockchain.
Wow.
Like, I will take my trillion and I will power you. Interesting.
Oh my God. Yes.
This is great news for the metaverse, though. I think there'll be so much more. My students are studying blockchain and they're one of their classes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but yet they didn't know about Upland. So I was like, and I'm like, you guys are right about to graduate and turn 8. Like some of them are already 18, but I'm like, you guys need to like jump into this. Like, even if you think it's silly, guys, if you just grab a property, you never know. In a few years, might be like, Miss Muhammad, you were so right. So yeah.
Can you imagine like someone does really well and they visit you 10 years later and they're like,
yeah, I mean, I tell
but not financial.
I know, right? It's not financial advice. And I tell them like, this is just like, it's a game, guys, but you might, or you can play to earn, see what you can do. So I think this, like, especially for their generation, I keep telling these kids also, I'm like, learn Blender. Like, you guys could be employed right now by me.
Exactly. This is the year of the game. Like, oh my God. You could be employed by me. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
The future's the limit. And getting into that. All right. So Ben gets he gets weirded out when I say this. Pour us a hot cup of Bleurain. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about, like, I want to know more about you. Like, I actually saw pictures of you at Genesis Week last year, and I didn't get to meet you. Like, that's crazy. We might have been.
I probably saw you at
apart.
We could have been in the same van, right, on the way there. It's possible. Yeah, I know, and I hope next year. This is actually one thing I think Upland needs to do better and get people to mingle. Like, they need to make their own icebreaker games at these events so that people actually talk to each other. Because I know we're all there, but not everyone is not an introvert. So
I'm like, an introverted extrovert. Like, if you see me, I will hug you. So, like, if you don't want to be hugged, just go like this, and I'll shake your hand. I know. Some people didn't want the hugs, but most of them did.
I would take a hug. Yeah, I'm a hugger. I'm a hugger when I just like, I'm like, I'm a hugger. I'm like,
I love hugs. I love
you hug. Like, what's up? But yeah, definitely. So yeah, like, because like, it was like, I got a little unshy and tried to go around and like, get some video footage or whatnot, but I didn't introduce myself to nearly as many people as I would have liked to. And I really only met people I sat with. Like, I didn't, so that was that's how I got out of my box, out of my little thing, out of my talking about boxes.
I know. That brings me back to that episode. Yeah. Oh my God.
But yeah, so I think, yeah, anyways, so yeah, about me. I'm just Z. I'm Bleurain here in the game of Upland, obviously. My real name is Zarina. And that's really all I want people to know is like, follow my channel.
Well, I'll have your YouTube channel.
That's really like all I need from you guys is to really follow me. Follow my channel if you can. Support me that way. I'm still trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. And once I get there, I feel like that's the limit. You are really? I can't believe you don't have 1 million.
Oh, thank you. I can't believe you don't have 1 million.
It's like, honestly, it's like, I thought you guys are, I didn't check your number. I just assumed it was well into whatever Doyle or whatever he's got. Radish Head, like you guys are up there, so I figured you'd be like, doing what you gotta do. So they need to get their followers to follow us. Hey, but yeah,
we're very natural and yeah.
Yeah,
for whatever that means.
Yes,
I talked a lot of shit today.
follow us. Yeah. I think right now, as far as like game goes, what do you need to know about me in the game? Nothing. Oh, you know what?
He's like, nothing. I'm gonna tell you nothing.
He's like, no. Actually, so my thing is, I am a writer, and I do have a book out there. It's called "It's Okay to Be Sad." So I guess I'll promo that. It's on my Etsy store. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm always, the only reason I'm trying to promote my YouTube channel is because I want people to go to my Etsy store. So my Etsy store is where I sell my book, but I also sell other products. And I'm actually trying to get into like stickers and things like that because I'm an artist. And yeah, and I do love art. I do have an art book out there somewhere too. But anyways, my real passion right now is what is my passion right now, I would say, is really kind of like being productive in a way that makes the world a better place. So I want to produce things that I think will help people or like help them in some way. So I think art is a great way of making the world a better place, because I just think there's so many things, like things that look nice, things that are nostalgic, things that are like, hey, this is just like to hand over as a gift to somebody. So that's the kind of thing I do. I teach during the day and I come home and work on Upland stuff, and I like to write. So when I get it, my writing's been sliding to the backside with all the Blender learning. That's the thing with the whole ideas, being an ideas person, is like I'm an ideas person that when I get an idea, so I'm not sure if you do Myers-Briggs test, but I'm a Myers-Briggs personality of an ENFP. So as an ENFP, if you ever look that up, I'm the kind of person who gets ideas, start acting on them. Like I'm great at bringing ideas into fruition. However, if I get another idea in the process, which is likely to happen, then I'm on to that idea very quickly. And so it can seem like I'm flaky, although I finish things, I just get sidetracked.
I get sidetracked a lot.
I get sidetracked by new ideas. Well, like right now I'm sidetracked on everything I was previously pursuing because I've been learning Blender and now there's this contest. So it's like, yes, I was trying to illustrate my own book, but now I'm back over here trying to is learn Blender. So what I'd like to do is get my little fuzzy corn series out into NFTs, because like I have
fuzzy corn, that's so adorable.
That's like
dude, I love that.
So yeah, so basically that's kind of what I've been doing. I'm just working on that stuff, but most of my time goes to Upland, and these days also learning Blender, because I tell myself it's a like, what, logistically it makes sense to learn Blender for being like making money in other ways too. So it's not really a waste of time. I'm not just doing it for this game. like it's really gonna hopefully pay off in like either like getting them royalties, or maybe I'll bake for people eventually if I master baking, or maybe I'll make people's models for them as a deal like of some sort if they can't like find the time to learn Blender, but like, have ideas and could sketch them up. I could try to bring their ideas to fruition. So that's where I'm trying to head eventually, but we'll see. I always like teaching. I think that's really, really, really it is. I'm a teacher at heart. So it's like I want to show people how to do things. Like I'm learning Blender so I can like do other, like, this is how I invented this mistake. Now you're gonna like, this is what you can do to solve this problem kind of thing. It just so much that goes into my mind, but yeah.
I love it. Like I'm a great listener. I really like to kind of like see what gets a person going, especially someone who is tenacious and is like a go-getter. Like I don't know, I feel like we could have really great conversations after this and really kind of bounce ideas off each other. I like that. This was a great. I'm so glad you came on here. Yeah, right. But yeah, I actually took that Myers-Briggs thing before. I know I had the same. It's weird. I had the same thing as Goldie.
Oh,
Yeah.
find out what you guys are.
I have a feeling I am an INTP, but I don't think so. Wait, let me ask him. What was my Myers-Briggs again? I know we had the same.
I think you're one of like compatibility wise. I think that's one of mine, but it's like there's also this cool cat compatibility chart that someone has on the internet that I pulled up because I have my students do this personality, the Myers-Briggs assessment, so they can just like get an idea of themselves. And then there's like a compatibility one that was, like it has like a red green area, like which ones like they're like these don't mesh and these are kind of good or whatever.
Oh wow! Oh my god! Now I'm nervous.
Because like my original year, I was going when probably closer to my lawyer days. When I was like full-time lawyering, I was like always testing as an ENTP. And I guess when I got back into teaching, I got more friendly, or I've always been friendly, but I think the more creative, whatever side of the F came out instead of the T, because the T is more like the like logic,
like the logical and
right.
And
I have
F
that
is sensitive.
Yeah. And so, but then I was like, as I got into teaching, it's like it's like I'm more of my F has come out because I was like, there's only a few points like difference between me being an ENTP and me being an ENFP. So it's very, very close. And I was asking my students because I was like, okay, we went over and I read them both. I was like, so which one do you guys think I am? They're like ENFP for sure. Because it's like, you like to make people happy, or like, it's like, it probably is like who I am nowadays versus my lawyer when I was very like, where's your facts? Like, like don't talk to me about opinions.
Yeah, right. Like show me
I don't care about any opinions here.
Your redick.
Yeah. Where's the precedent for this? Yeah. So yeah, I think yeah, it's just maybe also just being more mature as a person. I maybe aged out of being so much of a debater. Like, maybe not though, because I'm an Upland.
That's so true. Like I think we both have a good amount of E and I, and T and F. Like it's so weird to just kind of pigeonhole into one particular thing, right? It's so hard.
Yeah, and like and so the introvert part, I always fall strongly into the E's from like, but yeah, I feel like I'm introverted. Like it's just like I can be extroverted, but then it's like when like I like to stay home. I don't need everyone around me. Like I'm in my room by myself right now. Like I'm talking to you, but that's different. But it's like, I don't always crave being around people these days either.
Same.
And when I go to those Upland events, I feel introverted until I force myself.
Yes, like once you're there, you're fine. But getting to that position to be there is horrible. It's horrible.
So stressful. Even now, I'm looking forward to Genesis Week. And now that I know, now I know you guys better, I feel like at least if I spot a face, that's how I'll be like, I used to be standing by you. Like, I'm just gonna
attach yourself to me. I'll be more than okay with that. I told so many introverts, just attach yourself to me, and we'll just float along.
Because then once you're surrounded by introverts, but then you're a group, and then it's less then people start to think you guys are a group, and then they socialize you because
exactly.
So yeah.
Out of all those letters from the MTBI personality keys, the only thing I could say that I am for sure is the P. I am no J. I can definitely say that. Yeah, I am not a J.
The judging. Yes, me either.
Yeah, I'm very perceptive, but everything else I'm open. I could be PISNTF. Give me them all.
Yeah. I think, and that's true. I feel like we can fit in really especially if some of them are very subtly different. You know what I mean? And so even the difference between the ENFP and the ENTP is very, very subtle. But I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see this one. So yeah, but I do feel like some of them are I can tell people who are judgy, and I can tell that really is you, or those people who are for me, and I'm not gonna say those people, I would just say for me personally, I am one who more goes with I do like laws and facts and certain things. Yes. However, I also am very sympathetic and empathetic.
Yeah.
So if I catch you like stealing bread from the store, I'm probably gonna just turn around and look the other way. Like, not that you should be stealing, but if you're stealing bread, like, I'm like, what? Like, you
basically
need it, right? Like,
yeah.
This isn't like, my job isn't worth like that much. I have to go harass somebody who's stealing bread. I like, it just depends. So I'm very like, I'm not like for like people stealing, but again, it's like, I just feel like I'm more like, if people are in need, like, a homeless person steals, I don't think they should be attacked with like, now you're going to jail. It's like, dude, I was hungry. So I have certain things where like, yeah, you should go to jail if you like kill somebody, but if you just stole like a grape because you were like a homeless person, I don't know.
Yeah.
Get you a shower and a talk, pep talk.
We don't really appreciate what we have until we kind of put ourselves in that other person's shoes, and you never know, like, you never know.
I don't know. I especially I just feel for people, like, not necessarily everybody, but it's like certain mothers end up in a situation where they become homeless because of just bad circumstances. And like, if you had to feed your kids and it was against the law to steal, you're gonna feed your kids. Like, you see someone leave their bread on the street, or you just like McDonald's throws out stuff, you're gonna take it, even if it's their garbage. Like, it's like stealing garbage shouldn't be a thing.
It's like the dumpster divers. They do pretty well, and like it's really nicely packaged, like the supermarket dumpster divers. I was actually watching this show on. You know what? We gotta end this. End this, and we'll talk offline.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh my God, this was amazing. This was almost went 2 hours.
Were you chatting to me? Oh, you put that in there for them. I was looking in the chat. I was like, what is this?
Oh, that was for me. Well, okay. I'm gonna say thank you, Zarina, Bleurain, aka Bleurain, aka YouTube creator, aka Blender Learner, aka future boss lady, aka like take over the world. Thank you for being on the show. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Go ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese, motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese, motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. You let fire samurai ride on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get after right. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. You let fire samurai ride on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky. You let fire samurai ride on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get after right. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. You let fire samurai ride on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky. Time for wine and cheese. Wine and cheese. 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 Time for wine and cheese.
Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Decor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do ya? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready, sorry. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do ya? Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on. We got saunas to fire you up and ice baths to chew you the fudge out. Literally stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on outdoor decor.